What's up, YouTube? And today we're going to be reacting to Doctor on Board Hantavirus hit cruise. Describes what you see. I'm sorry, it's early in the morning. Don't oh fuck! Subscribe. Let's get into it.
Dr. Stephen Kornfeld, he's on board the hantavirus hit cruise ship, and he has helped care for sick passengers. And Doctor, I very much appreciate your time. Of course, you're on that ship right now, and you started out just as a passenger, but you're a doctor. So when this started, you ended up helping treat people, including the ship's doctor. How did that happen?
It sort of happened gradually. I knew one of the passengers.
Nigga, I'd be pissed if I was a doctor and I went on vacation and now I gotta deal with a whole fucking pandemic when it's not even a pandemic. I have to treat motherfuckers who are basically patient X on my motherfucking vacation, bitch. What the fuck? I would be so pissed. Cause that ain't right, bro. I'm on vacation, bro. Now I gotta help niggas cause I made a fucking this promise that doctors are always talking about in fucking movies and TV shows. I made a promise to save niggas' lives. Man, fuck all that shit, bro. I'm on vacation, bro. Y'all gonna be alright. This is a good man. Good man.
Was getting ill. This is at the end of April, and I just reached out and asked if I could assist the doc, make sure he felt he had adequate coverage. And I was told that the doctor was also sick. So over 12 to 24 hours, it became clear that there were a number of people sick and that they were getting sicker. And I sort of fell into the role of becoming the ship doctor.
I know you treated the ship's doctor and that he was eventually, you were telling us, actually evacuated off the ship, which left you caring for other patients as well. I mean, can you describe the sorts of symptoms that you've seen, doctor?
Well, there are 3 patients that seem to be getting ill around the same time. One of them, just very nonspecific symptoms, a lot of confusion and a lot of weakness, and she ultimately passed away relatively quickly. The 2 other gentlemen, quite a bit younger, including the doc, just had a lot of standard viral symptoms, a lot of fever, fatigue, flushing, some GI issues, some shortness of breath. At the time, neither one of them looked critically ill, but the fear with hantavirus is you can go from...
These niggas were stuck on a cruise ship in Cape Verde. Man, now I'm extra pissed. Cause fuck you mean I'm over here in Cape Verde with the bad bitches, and now I'm stuck on a fucking experimental fucking what? Oh, now I'm extra pissed for this nigga. This nigga went on vacation and oh my god, bro. He was supposed to be around the bad bitches, nigga. He's in Cape Verde. You know what I'm talking about. We all watched the calf. Man, that shit pissing me off even more. I mean, AFCON. Was it calf for AFCON? I think it was AFCON, yeah. Damn, bro. Cape Verde got some bad bitches, bro. I can't lie. Damn.
Seriously ill to critically ill very, very quickly.
You know, a woman yesterday who had survived hantavirus was telling us exactly that, doctor. She had sort of flu-like symptoms. Suddenly in her case, it was a cough as her lungs filled, and she ends up in a medically induced coma on life support. How concerned are you about the potential for things to escalate and for those patients, even now that some of them have been evacuated?
Well, when they're on the ship, I'm very concerned because the ability to treat somebody in that critical state here on this boat is non-existent. But now that they've been evacuated, they're in Denmark. I mean, they're getting magnificent care. Even if such an event happened, they would get supported. And I think what happens with hantavirus, ultimate survivability, is really dependent on your ability to get critical care at the right time. And on the boat, that would not be possible. But now that they're in, home in standard hospitals. That's entirely possible. So my concern level for them is now low, which is very relieving.
I can only imagine,
I'm
especially as
just hearing this nigga say that, hey yo, bro, if you broke and you can't afford to go to a private hospital, you're dying. I'm sorry. That's basically what this nigga just said. But nigga, if you broke, if you poor, if you in poverty, I can't lie. If this shit goes out to the world, y'all are dying. That's what I'm hearing this nigga say.
you cared for them. And what is your feeling right now? I mean, you and everyone else on board, you're stuck there, essentially quarantined. And I know you don't know when you'll necessarily be able to get off, but also with the long incubation period of this virus. And even in your case, doctor, of course, just to be blunt, you were treating people who had it. How concerned are you about getting sick?
Early on, we didn't know that it was hantavirus until maybe May 2nd, May 3rd. But I started treating for people May 1st, just kind of have a feeling that this could be infectious. So from the beginning, I was trying to be very careful with masks and gowns. And once we found out it was hantavirus and a second case happened, making it seem likely there was an infectious form, I was able to find some aprons and some goggles. I did a lot of hand washing and clothes washing. I think hantavirus is hard to spread, even though on the ship it seemed to spread.
And Dr. Kornfeld, do you and everyone else that's on board right now, just given that you have no idea when you can get off and if you'll be allowed to, what is the mood and how long do you think you'll be on board this ship?
Well, I may be in a different circumstance than the other passengers because I had a lot more contact than they did. And we've been on this boat for 5 weeks. And the original patient episode was many, many weeks ago. And the remainder of the passengers have really had no contact with any of the sick people recently. So in some ways, most of the people on the boat have been in quarantine, isolation for 3-4 weeks. So I'm feeling pretty good that most people will get off the boat relatively rapidly. We now have 2, during the evacuation, we were able to get 2 WHO epidemiologists and 2 Danish ID doctors. So now there's a great team on board who is really going through every aspect of this infection, how it spread, and what it means for the passengers remaining, both for their health and for their possible transmission down the road. So I'm feeling pretty good that most people will get off the boat relatively soon, and hopefully I will get off soon also.
Well, I mean, it's incredible what you were able to do. And when that doctor got sick, that you stepped in at that moment when there was no one, how lucky all of them were to have you there on that boat. When you hear Dr. Kornfeld talking about the situation on board, when they realized it was infectious and his role, obviously, in helping the ship doctor treat patients, and then...
I can't lie, bro. As that doctor, if I ever get off that ship, I ain't working for a month, bro. You can't tell me that I gotta work. I'm literally one of the niggas that basically helped save the planet, nigga. I saved the world, motherfucker. You can't tell me shit. I'm not coming back to work for at least a month, and that's paid leave too, nigga. It ain't even leave, nigga. I'm just not coming to work, but you still gonna pay me, nigga. Like, for real. After going through all that, I didn't go on vacation, bro. I didn't have no vacation. You gonna pay me, and I'ma relax at home and just chill, bro. Cause for real, this nigga ain't had no vacation, bro. This nigga just had work times 10. Cause this shit, this nigga just had work, bro.
Helping, then treating the ship doctor himself, who then was evacuated. What do you take away from everything that you just heard?
Well, it's good to talk again, unfortunately, Aaron. But a couple things that I take away. First, what's happening on the ship is quite severe. This is a serious virus, and you hear it from the doctor, and we're very fortunate he stepped up. But there are a couple things that catch my attention in that last segment when he was speaking. I think it's great he's taking precautions like aprons and goggles and hand washing. But there is evidence that hantavirus, the Andes strain, spreads human to human through the air. In fact, our best prior knowledge about transmission of this virus shows that it can be transmitted pretty effectively with no direct contact. So I would urge him and everyone on that ship and everyone treating these patients who are infected to pay attention to the things we've talked about all throughout COVID: good ventilation and good filtration.
So let me just talk about something you said there, because this is obviously the crucial question, right? This whole issue of whether it's droplet spread or airborne. This is a strain of a virus that I know people know about. You know, there was an outbreak before. They contained it. They shut down an area in Argentina. They contained it. So what makes you, in what you're seeing, have this concern about airborne, which obviously is something that can affect where this goes from here significantly?
Yeah, Aaron, I think there were early and obvious signs even before we did the sequencing to determine what strain this is. Remember, there's the hantavirus normally spread through rodent droppings, but there is a strain, the Andes strain, that is spread human to human. And there was evidence that was happening early on before we even knew it was the Andes strain, because one person infected someone many weeks later. The ship doctor is sick. Prior investigations have shown pretty efficient spread without any direct contact. So we knew this was spread not just definitely through human to human, but also through the air. And that means we have to take these additional precautions. Once again, just like our many discussions during COVID, I hear a lot of great precautions being taken, great investigations being done, but very little about what is happening with these ships' systems in terms of the ventilation filtration, keeping people safe. And that hasn't fully been communicated. The acting CDC director put out a message today that says this is not spread. It's only spread through direct contact. But the New England Journal of Medicine article about that prior outbreak is very clear that there are many instances where there is spread with no direct contact at all.
Right, which is obviously crucial. Now, you heard Dr. Kornfeld talking about how long everyone's been on board and what a quarantine might really mean in context of the long incubation period. And we have a question from one of our viewers. They ask, it's said that it can take 8 weeks to become symptomatic. The passengers shouldn't be allowed into the public until they're completely cleared. You know, what is that a fair way to look at this? I mean, how long do you think people should be quarantined who are either on that ship or in contact with someone who was there?
Yeah, I mean, this is the big challenge with this virus.
Keep them niggas on that boat for as long as they need to be on that boat until they get cleared that they ain't got shit in their motherfucking system that even looks remotely close to that motherfucking hantavirus, bro. Keep them niggas there. I don't give a fuck. You gonna kill 8 billion over a motherfucker? How many motherfuckers on that motherfucking boat, nigga? 1,000? I don't even know, nigga. But it's damn near not even close to 1,000. So keep them niggas on that boat. They're gonna be alright. Real, bro. Just supply them with food. They're gonna be alright. They doing us a favor, bro. We gonna, hey, bro, when they pop out and they come out alright, nigga, we gonna be like, yo, bro, remember that time you saved the world, bro? They're gonna be able to say that, bro. They're gonna be able to say, yeah, nigga, I was patient X. I saved the world, bro. I didn't do nothing, bro. I didn't sneak off the boat. What's good, y'all? The video cut. I didn't know what position. I didn't have enough space on my fucking phone, so the video cut. But there was only like 30 seconds left of the original CNN video. But yeah. Just to do it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Fuck with your boy. And yeah. I'm your boy X. I'm out.